Algebra 1, 7.2, solve linear systems by substitution. Step 1. Solve one of the equations for one of the variables. When possible, solve for a variable that has a coefficient of 1 or negative 1. Step 2. Substitute the expression from step 1 into the other equation and solve for the other variable. Step 3 is substitute the value from step 2 into the revised equation from step 1 and solve. So, example 1, we have the equations x equals negative 2y plus 2 and 3x plus y equals 16. Step 1 is solve for x. Equation 1 is already solved for x. So we're done with step 1. Step 2, substitute what x is equal to, which in this case is negative 2y plus 2, in for x in equation 2. So we're going to plug it in right here and solve for y. So we wrote equation 2 here. Now we're going to plug in negative 2y plus 2 in for x. So negative 2y plus 2, we substituted that in for x. Now we distribute. So 3 times negative 2y is negative 6y. 3 times 2 is 6. So now we simplify. Negative 6y plus 1y is negative 5y plus 6. Then we subtract 6 from each side, and we get 10 on this side and just negative 5y on this side. And then we're going to divide each side by negative 5 to get the y by itself, and we're left with negative 2 over here. So now we're going to substitute negative 2 for y in the original equation 1. So we're going to plug it in right here. So negative 2 times negative 2 plus 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So our solution is, now this is going to be xy. So x is 6 and y is negative 2. So even though we solved them in the other order, we still have to put x first and y second. Okay. Example 2. Solve the linear system. 4x minus 2y equals 14. 2x plus y equals negative 3. So we have to solve one of our equations for one of our variables, and we want to find one that's already kind of alone already. So the y is already kind of alone. So we're going to solve for y in the second equation. So we subtract 2x, so we get negative 2x minus 3 is equal to y. So now we're going to substitute negative 2x minus 3 for y in the other equation. So it's going to go in here. So 4x minus 2 times what we're substituting in, which is negative 2x minus 3. So we're substituting in negative 2x minus 3 in for y. Now we're going to distribute. So negative 2 times negative 2x is a positive 4x. Negative 2 times negative 3 is a positive 6. Now we simplify. 4x plus 4x is 8x plus 6. Then we subtract 6 from each side. We get 8x by itself over here and 8 over here. So we divide both sides by 8 and we get that x is equal to 1. So now we're going to substitute 1 back in to our equation that we had solved for y, which is right here. So we're going to substitute 1 back in there. So we have negative 2x minus 3. So we're going to plug 1 in for x. So that's negative 2 minus 3, which is negative 5. So that means that we have, remember this goes x, y. So our x we decided was 1. And our y is negative 5. So there's our answer there. Now you have some checkpoints. Go ahead and pause your video and complete those.